My child, listen closely, because this moment is not random. I need you to stop right where you are and truly take in what is being spoken to you now. Do not look away. Do not scroll past, because the Creator is carrying a heavy burden of concern for you in this very hour. For hours, there has been a persistent effort to reach your spirit, and this is your final opening to receive what has been waiting for you. If you leave now, you could miss the very answer you've been praying for in secret. Stay with me to the end of this message, because something major is about to break open in your life. Something has already begun shifting in the atmosphere around you. Even as you hear these words, you may notice an unfamiliar sensation in your chest, or a sudden stillness settling in the room. That is because the unseen realm is responding to a breakthrough preparing to land in your hands. You are not here because of chance, not because of a simple click. You arrived at this moment because a divine hand drew you here. A message is pressing through to you, urgent, powerful, so strong it has stirred the heavens. Think back over the last few hours of your day. You may have felt restless, as if something was about to happen, or like words were sitting on the edge of your tongue but wouldn't come out. Maybe a wave of emotion rose suddenly. Maybe a heaviness came with no clear reason. That wasn't just stress. It wasn't just a mood. It was a signal God has been reaching for your attention again and again through quiet whispers and small signs. But the world is loud, and it's easy to miss what matters most. This is the final call, the last open door for you to walk through before this specific season closes. I want you to listen with your whole heart, because the energy surrounding your life right now is vibrating with a truth you haven't been able to face yet. He saw your pain today. He saw the moments when you had to force a smile just to get through a conversation, while your heart felt like it was breaking under a mountain of pressure. He saw the things you didn't tell your friends or your family. He saw the silent tears you wiped away when you thought no one was looking. Right now, the Creator is deeply moved. Not because you have done anything wrong, but because He sees you trying to fight all these battles by yourself, while help has been standing right outside your door. Please stay until the end, because there is a breakthrough that was actually supposed to reach you hours ago. It was delayed by the noise of the world, by your own doubts, and by the distractions that keep pulling you away from your true purpose. Tonight, before the clock strikes 11:55 p.m., a major shift is going to occur in your life. This isn't just a small change. It is a complete realignment of your path. But this shift can only fully manifest if you are willing to listen to this entire message and open your spirit to what is being said. Do not skip a single second, because the revelation you need is tucked inside the words coming next. There is something beautiful and unique opening up for you right now. That will not happen again. You are standing in a pivotal moment that will decide what the next chapter of your life looks like. It is a moment that heaven has been trying to warn you about and prepare you for. You are being called back into a state of blessing that was always meant for you, a future that has your name written all over it. This is the last signal and the final chance before the window of opportunity shuts. I need you to take a deep breath and just be present with me. Don't blink, and don't let your mind wander to what you have to do tomorrow. If you miss even a few seconds of this, you might lose the core of the message that has been trying to find its way to you all day long. You were guided here because you were specifically chosen to receive this. Think of the coincidences you've noticed lately. The repeating numbers, the sudden thoughts of someone from your past, or the unexpected emotions that have bubbled up. Those weren't accidents. They were nudges leading you to this very second. The atmosphere around your life is currently changing like a storm that is about to break and let the sunlight through. If your heart feels heavy or your mind feels like it's racing, it's because your soul knows that something big is approaching. You aren't imagining the tension or the excitement you feel. You are being redirected and protected from a path that would have led you into a dark place. This moment is the only way to get your attention long enough to save you from a situation that was quietly forming against you. Before we move forward, I want you to pause all your thoughts for just 1 second. Try to become completely still. Your breakthrough and your blessing are currently hanging by a very thin thread that is connected directly to how aware you are in this moment. If you stay until the end, that thread will tighten and pull everything God has for you right into your hands. This is the turning point you have been waiting for. Please don't move or scroll away, because your spirit can already feel that pull in your chest. I would love to hear how you are feeling right now. So please leave a comment below and let me know if you can feel this shift happening. Your words help strengthen this connection and show that you are ready to receive. Something huge is waiting for you. And the next part of this journey will show you exactly what has been being prepared for you behind the scenes. Stay right here because the best is yet to come. As you sit in this stillness, think about the weight that is beginning to lift. You have been carrying the world on your shoulders for far too long. And today is the day that burden is handed over to a higher power. There is a specific peace that is meant to flood your home and your mind right now. It is a peace that goes beyond anything you can explain. This is the first step toward your total restoration. You are being seen, you are being heard, and most importantly, you are being loved in a way that is about to change everything you thought you knew about your future. Keep your eyes on the path ahead because the light is finally breaking through the clouds. My child, please stay exactly where you are and keep your heart open because the next phase of this divine message is starting to unfold right now. You need to become completely still because what I am about to reveal requires your full focus and a quiet spirit. You are currently being pulled into a state of perfect alignment and clarity, moving toward the exact blessing that has been trying to find its way to you for weeks. If you keep listening and stay with me until the very end, that blessing will no longer be delayed. It will finally settle into your life, exactly where it belongs. This is the moment where heaven chooses you all over again, confirming that you have never been forgotten or overlooked. There is a specific reason why tonight, before the clock reaches 11:55 p.m., everything in your world needs to change. As you hear these words, the spiritual atmosphere is shifting around your name, and your soul can likely feel it like a quiet vibration or a subtle pull. This is not just another video or a random message. It is a divine turning point that has been in the works for hours. I want to reveal something to you that has been hidden from your eyes throughout this day. Without you even realizing it, the Creator blocked several things that were meant to drain your energy and spirit. That conversation you didn't have, that decision that didn't move forward, and those plans that seemed to fall through were not accidents. Every single delay and every small interruption was actually a form of divine protection. You have been thinking that you were stuck or falling behind. But in reality, you were being shielded from paths that were not meant for your feet. God is preparing to replace every single thing you lost with something far greater than anything you could have expected. This is the part of the message that heaven has been waiting for you to hear with your whole heart tonight. As that 11:55 p.m. window approaches, a spiritual gate is opening just for you. It is a moment where total clarity will hit you, where the answers you've been searching for will finally find you, and where the heavy weight you have been carrying in silence will start to lift off your shoulders. However, this breakthrough only fully unlocks if you remain present, aware, and connected to this moment. That is why you were brought to this exact second in time. Please do not move or scroll away, because heaven is leaning in even closer to your story right now. Your energy, your heartbeat, and your thoughts are all beginning to align in a way they haven't in a very long time. This is a divine intervention. You have been feeling restless, emotional, or unusually quiet inside lately. And I am here to tell you the real reason for that. Your spirit has been sensing a massive shift long before your mind could even understand what was happening. You may have noticed that you are being pulled away from certain people, certain paths, or certain choices. This isn't a punishment. It is happening because you are being protected from things that would have taken more from you than you could ever imagine. That sudden change in your schedule, that unexpected silence from someone you care about, or that frustrating delay, all of it was God's hand moving on your behalf. You are now stepping into a new timeline where everything that once caused you pain will lose its power over you. A breakthrough that you never saw coming is about to find its way to your door. A blessing that you thought you had missed forever is returning to you with double the force and double the impact. Doors that were once slammed shut are beginning to reopen, but they aren't opening the same way they did before. This time, they are opening for your rise and your success, not for your struggle or your pain. This moment right now is your final confirmation that you are on the right track. As you continue to listen, then the atmosphere around your destiny is opening up even wider. You might not feel the full extent of it yet, but your spirit recognizes the change. There is a calm rising inside of you, a quiet knowing that something truly meaningful is approaching. All those moments that felt so confusing, all those heavy emotions, and all those questions you couldn't answer, God saw every single one of them. Instead of letting you drown in that uncertainty, He began redirecting your entire story behind the scenes. That is why certain doors had to close and why certain people had to fade out of your life. You weren't losing anything. You were being guided towards something better. You are entering a season where what once felt impossible will start to feel completely natural. Opportunities that felt miles away will start moving toward you with speed. The peace that always felt out of reach will finally begin to settle around your home and your heart. What has been prepared for you is not small. It is not an accident, and it is not uncertain. It is intentional. It is powerful, and it is perfectly timed for this exact moment in your life. You are not late to your own blessing. You are exactly on schedule. I would love for you to take a second and share what is on your mind. Please leave a comment below and tell me if you are ready to let go of the old and embrace this new chapter. Sharing your journey helps others feel less alone in their own shift. Stay with me because we are moving into the most important part of this revelation. Something huge is waiting for you, and you are just steps away from seeing it clearly. My child, I want you to take a moment and just feel the air in the room around you right now. It feels different, doesn't it? There is a weight that is starting to lift, replaced by a quiet strength that you haven't felt in a very long time. This is because your spirit is finally catching up to the work that has been happening in the background of your life. While you were sleeping, while you were working, and even while you were worrying, a massive reconstruction was taking place. You are not the same person you were even an hour ago. Something in your very core has shifted. And that is why you feel so much more alert and focused in this moment. Your heartbeat has changed its rhythm because it is now beating in sync with a higher purpose. Your mind is becoming sharper, cutting through the fog of confusion that has clouded your judgment for months. This isn't just a random burst of energy or a temporary feeling of motivation. This is divine timing, catching up with your destiny. You have been waiting for the world to change so that you could feel better, but the Creator decided to change you first so that you could handle the massive blessings that are about to land in your lap. If the blessing had come yesterday, you might have been too tired or too distracted to keep it. But today you are ready. I need you to listen closely because this is the moment everything has been leading up to. Every single emotion you felt today, every sudden wave of sadness, every moment of silence that felt awkward, and every thought that seemed to come out of nowhere, they were all signals. They were divine updates being downloaded into your spirit. Your mind couldn't fully understand them yet. Because the logic of this world cannot explain the miracles of the next, your soul has been receiving instructions on how to navigate the new doors that are swinging open for you right now. A major shift is unfolding around you, and its first job is to clear the path. This is why you might have felt a bit lonely lately, or why certain plans seem to fall apart at the last minute. The divine hand is currently removing old energies that no longer serve your future. It is cutting old ties that were holding you back and clearing out any spiritual clutter that could block what is coming next. That is the real reason why certain people grew distant, or why you felt a sudden urge to distance yourself from certain environments. You weren't being rejected. You were being relocated. Please stay with me and do not skip a single word, because you are entering the zone of total restoration. This isn't just about getting back what you lost. It is about receiving something better, something more durable, and something that fits the person you are becoming. God is restoring the years that stress and worry tried to steal from you. He is restoring your confidence, your joy, and your sense of wonder. And He is doing it in a way that is miraculous, precise, and perfectly timed. You will look back on this day and realize that every delay was actually a setup for a greater comeback. The breakthrough forming for you right now is not just a one-time event. It is a permanent turning point in your story. It is a shift that realigns your entire future, strengthens your spirit, and brings a sharp clarity to everything you've been questioning. You are going to start seeing solutions where you once only saw problems. You are going to find favor in places where you once felt ignored. The heavy pressure that made it hard to breathe is being replaced by a deep, settling peace that tells you everything is finally going to be okay. Tonight, as we approach that 11:55 p.m., mark something inside of you is going to unlock. It will feel like a sudden click in your spirit, a calm knowing sensation that the struggle is over and the harvest has begun. You won't have to wonder if it's happening. You will know it with every fiber of your being. This is the sign you have been asking for. This is the answer to the prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. The universe is responding to your faith and your persistence. I want you to think about the one area of your life where you need this breakthrough the most. Is it your health, your finances, a relationship that feels broken? Hold that thought in your mind right now and realize that the energy of this message is directed specifically at that need. The walls that were built up against you are starting to crumble. The obstacles that seemed like mountains are turning into dust. You are walking on level ground now, and the path ahead is clearer than it has ever been. As you stay with me until the very end, I want you to realize how much power is in your presence right now. By choosing to listen, by choosing to stay, and by choosing to believe, you are activating the promises that have been hanging over your life. You are moving from a place of hoping to a place of having. The shift is no longer something that might happen. It is something that is happening. You are the living proof of divine grace in action. I would love to know what this peace feels like for you right now. Please leave a comment and share one thing you are grateful for in this moment. When you voice your gratitude, you lock in the blessing and open the door even wider for more to come. Stay right here. Don't move, and keep your heart open, because the final piece of this message is about to be revealed. And it is the most powerful part of all. My child, this is the final, most vital moment of this entire journey. And I need you to stay completely locked into these words for just a few minutes more. We have reached the point of no return. The threshold where the spiritual world and your physical reality collide to produce the miracle you've been waiting for. Everything we have discussed, the shifts, the protection, the redirection, has all been leading to this exact second. You can probably feel the weight in the air changing once again, turning from a heavy anticipation into a light, airy sense of freedom. That is the feeling of a breakthrough, finally breaking through. The Creator is looking at you right now with a love so deep, it's hard to put into words. Those tears mentioned at the beginning weren't just about pain. They were about the overwhelming desire to see you finally walk into your purpose, without the chains of the past holding you back. Imagine a father watching his child finally step out of a dark room into the sunlight. That is the relief and the joy being felt in the heavens for you right now. You are no longer fighting alone. You are no longer wandering in the dark. The light has found you, and it is staying with you. As we move closer to that 11:55 p.m. mark, I want you to realize that your life is being completely rewritten. The old scripts of not enough, too late, and never going to happen are being burned away. In their place, a new story is being written, one filled with favories and unexpected joy. You are going to start noticing that things which used to be difficult are now surprisingly simple. People who used to overlook you will suddenly see your value. Doors that were rusted shut will swing open at your approach. This isn't just luck. It is the result of this divine alignment that you chose to participate in by staying here and listening. I want you to think about your home, your finances, and your relationships. These are the areas where the shift will be most visible in the coming days. You might find an unexpected check in the mail, or a debt might be settled in a way you didn't see coming. You might experience a sudden healing in a relationship that you thought was dead and gone. Or perhaps you will simply wake up tomorrow with a level of peace so profound that you don't even recognize yourself. That peace is the most valuable blessing of all, because it is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Please, whatever you do, do not let your mind go back to the worries of this morning. That version of you no longer exists. You have been through a spiritual refinement over the last few minutes. You have been chosen, called, and cleared for a new level of living. When you close your eyes tonight, do so with the absolute certainty that the Creator has taken over the steering wheel of your life. You can finally rest. You can finally let go of the how and the when. Because the who is already in control, there is a specific blessing that is landing on your head right now. It feels like a warm glow, a sense of being completely covered and protected. This is your shield against the noise of the world. From this moment on, the opinions of others will no longer have the power to shake you. The setbacks of the world will no longer have the power to break you. You are operating from a plow. CE of victory. Not a place of struggle, you are the head and not the tail. You are moving forward with a divine wind at your back, pushing you toward goals you once thought were impossible. I want to ask you to do something very powerful right now to seal this moment. Please leave a comment below and simply write, "I am ready for my new life." Or if you feel led, share a specific area where you are expecting to see this miracle manifest. When you type those words, you are putting a physical stamp on a spiritual truth. You are telling the universe that you accept this gift and that you are prepared to walk in it. Reading the comments of others will also show you that you are part of a massive movement of grace happening right now. You are not alone. You are part of a family of souls who are all rising together. Think about how far you've come just in the time we've spent together. You began this message feeling uncertain, maybe tired, maybe skeptical, maybe even desperate. But look at you now. Your spirit is alert. Your heart is open. Your energy has risen higher than it has in years. This was the final chance that was mentioned, the chance to choose faith instead of fear. And you chose it. You stayed. You listened. You leaned in and believed. And because you did, the window that was closing has been pushed open for you. The time of warning is finished, and the time of receiving has begun. What was meant to harm you is being reshaped into what will strengthen you. The enemies of your peace are being silenced. The barriers in your path are being removed. You are standing at the doorway of the most beautiful season of your life. A season of harvest, a season of laughter, a season of deep, steady fulfillment. You passed the test, and your reward isn't only coming. It is already here. As you step back into your day or into your sleep, carry this feeling with you. Don't let the noise of the world steal this clarity. If doubt tries to creep in, return to this stillness. Remember the pull in your chest. Remember what you felt in this moment. And remember, this 11:55 p.m. is not just a time on a clock. It is the symbol of the moment you decided to believe in something bigger than your problems. You are a child of the Creator, and greatness is written over your life. Thank you for staying to the end. Your presence has added to the light of this message. May your dreams tonight be filled with glimpses of your new future. And may you wake tomorrow with the strength to walk straight into it. The shift is complete. The blessing is yours. The door is open. Go forward in peace, knowing you are loved, protected, and fully restored. I cannot wait to read your comments and witness how this miracle unfolds in your life. Everything is new now. Everything is better. Everything is exactly as it should be.